I noticed that you talked about the importance of living in accordance with the Torah in order to make peace with the Creator. What do you mean by that? The Torah is a set of laws and rules by which Hashem, the God of Israel, who created the world, runs the world. It was written in ancient Hebrew, the language that Adam and Eve spoke in the Garden of Eden. It was the first original language of man. It is a code, a sequence of letters that if you put it in a matrix, you can actually decipher out events in history that happened in the future. Including the Rabbi assassination was derived from it, and people could see these events before they happened. This is called the Bible Codes. It has prophecies in it written thousands of years ago that are happening today, including the return of the Jewish people to the land of Israel after 2,000 years of exile, the building up of the cities, the war between Paras and Edom, Iran and the United States as it's called today. Those who learn Torah empower the word of Hashem in the world and uphold it and bring Hashem's divine presence into this world when they're learning Torah. It's the great power. It is a great, great power. It can heal people by learning it. It can kill people by learning it and by not learning it. It's a mitzvah, a commandment from Hashem to learn Torah. And those who learn it bring great blessing to the world. The power of Torah is hard to describe. It works through spiritual means. It's something which can't be underestimated. By speaking over phrases in the Torah, you bring its power into the world. Things can go more your way. And the darkness that we have today, that's discussed in Amos 8:11, is a spiritual darkness that's caused because people don't light up the world by living by the Torah mitzvot, commandments. The greatest happiness in the world is the happiness of living by the mitzvot, and that's written in the Talmud too, and it's something that you can feel. That's the happiness people are looking for.
And now we have Rabbi Ariel ben Yaakov on electric guitar auditioning a drummer and bass player for his band Covenant. And now we have an interview with Esav, the leader of Edom, modern Rome. And Esav, so tell me, what do you think about God?
Well, let's not talk about God or silly things like that. Let's talk about me. Me. Oh, I love me so much. I just love me. Excuse me one moment. We'd like to talk about God. Well, I don't want to talk about that. I think I'm more important than God. I mean, I make all the rules and laws around here, don't I? I do everything. I bring the spaceships and make the TV. I make the education. I am God. Whoa, wait a second. Look, Hashem is running the world, Esav, not you.
Wait a second. You can't say that. This is television. You talk about things like that on television. Well, you glaze over a sense of delusion and mystery to make them feel good. Don't talk about things that are real. Wait a second. TV is the truth.
Well, I think that I have got to say some things that make this very clear that I am running the world.
Yes,
and people created God,
7.
not the
this
other way around. And that I am going to tell everyone who is the greatest one of them all.
Rule over the world with all their
on television, of course.
People visual
then everyone will know that it's true. Because everybody's watching it. It must be true. And you know who's the greatest?
Those who hold it.
Me. I am running the world. I make some, and I have an American flag right there to show how great I am.
Wait a second. You're not great. You just robbed the oil. You robbed the natural resources of the world.
That wasn't me. That was democracy. We bring democracy and peace to the world, don't you know? Oh, come on now. Don't you see? It's America's the new chosen people. We do whatever we want. We're Esav, Edom, modern Rome, if you would like. We run the world.
Those who hold it, maintain their moral purity and their ethics, and live by the Torah, and observe the Shabbat, and all the mitzvot, they will be the ones who live in the Messianic kingdom.
This person is some kind of freak trying to stop the Moshiah.
I must stop the Moshiach in the name of one world government, democracy, and freedom. I must stop the Moshiach in the name of democracy and freedom. Freedom.
V'Yakra Rabbah, chapter 2, says that if someone does tshuva, he fixes himself in his way and starts living in Hashem's way, as opposed to the old way they lived in, he does tshuva. That's equivalent to going to Jerusalem, building the temple, and offering all of the sacrifices to Hashem. It's a very high and holy thing that fixes and rectifies the world, brings many salvations. We also learn from the Gemara that on the merit of one person in the world in a certain generation doing tshuva, the whole world could be saved. The power of tshuva is immense, and only those who return to Hashem live in His ways, and tshuva shlema will live in the Messianic era. there. That era is coming. It's on the way. It's happening now. We're sloping up holiness and purity to that time. When we make peace with the Creator by living by His Torah, then He'll make peace with us by giving us no more war, fruitful crops, and fruitful societies, and success, and love and harmony between brothers.
Okay, now, let's face it. This track being called the new Messiah raises the question, what exactly is the Messiah?
Talmud Bavli Sanhedrin 93 brings down that, like David, he'll be handsome, a fine musician, and a man of war. Hashem will be with him. Isaiah 11 brings down that the Mashiach is fair to all, regardless of wealth or social stature. He establishes righteous judgment, and he kills the wicked with the breath of his lips.
We learn from Sukkah Membet that Mashiach is an artisan or an engineer so that he can build the temple. Rashi says,
Mashiach is born and raised in Edom, modern Rome, which can be identified as the most dominant power of the world at the time, the USA. The source of this is Midrash Rabbah Shemot, chapter 1, section 26. Anyone who fulfills these character traits could be the Mashiach.
Shalom. Shalom.
Hear the complete version of the new Messiah. Search the website Clear Vision Records and the new Messiah, or go to the web page address found on the packaging of the CD.